Let's take a look at that doll over there.
If your story is true, then why did Avery Smith kidnap Patricia?
Patricia resembles Lise. I even got them confused once. And Lise reported being stalked by a 10-foot man.
That's Avery Smith?
Exactly.
But he's only 6'7" at best.
Not when you got the drugs!
His physical characteristics don't match the person you're talking about.
I once concluded the very same thing, but now I know. That was definitely Avery. He protected Lisa's body for the past 14 years, until you discovered his sleeping beauty.
So after losing Lisa's body, he kidnapped Patricia as a replacement? That's ridiculous. Is that really what you think happened? Even if Avery did possess that sort of mentality, it doesn't make sense. If Lise was really that important to him, he would have tried to steal her back. Not now, maybe, but certainly after she was buried.
Would you be able to go on worshipping a goddess who had been defiled by so many hands? That ice was a barrier, a shield that separated the divine from our world.
San Rouge. SR rapper. The suspicious drum. Why is Zach looking at a thing in his room and saying it's suspicious?
That's the eerie
it's the
drum
effing
that Pastor
drum.
Tyrone gave to me. The pressed flower I took from the hotel bathroom is still right on top. And it hasn't even winked.
I saw that behind Simon, but I didn't actually put together what it was.
Maybe it really was blessed with some sort of holy power. Nah. Avery showered me with key words. Smarty pants scientist, research, and lab. Why didn't I pick up on any of it? If shallow prejudice is what prevented me from taking his words seriously, then I truly am a failure as an agent. No, I know why. I was still immature as a human being. The man who built up the Clarkson Empire, he must have been able to withstand unfathomable pressure and accusations while constantly spilling human blood. The more I learned about him, the more I felt like he was completely beyond my reach. He possessed an impeccable mind.
Didn't you meet
I can still
him and
remember
then,
that even
within 24 hours he was dead? We would probably go for that drum first.
What is this drum? Please don't tell me it was a tool they planned to use for the blood purge.
Sharp eyes as usual, Belle. No. It was part of an even darker ritual. I can't even bring myself to say its name.
Fetch quest.
It was far more important to our case.
Oh my
Far
lord, I
more
can't believe
horrible,
within the
if you can
context
believe it.
of the game, Zach looking back 18 years before is like, not 18, 13, is like, yeah, that sucked.
What?
No, that's just a drum. A drum made from 3 empty cans, animal skins, and a fragrant pressed flower.
Like I said, what is it?
Maybe it's a souvenir?
What? You expect me to believe that?
I didn't say souvenir. I feel like PJ's good for next.
When I first met PJ Clarkson, how did I feel? I just thought, oh, so this is what it feels like to be in the presence of a truly powerful person. He had a very unique aura, as if he had surpassed the realm of good and evil. It's the kind of feeling you get when you come face to face with a legendary actor or an influential politician. So I was also able to sense the deep darkness that trailed behind him.
As is the case with all famous actors or influential politicians.
The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. The more he shined, the more the people around him had to squint to shut out the light.
Oh, that's pretty on the nose, but I actually really love that. That as he says the people had to squint to shut out the light, it pans to Daniel wearing sunglasses and like putting a hand in front of his face. That's clever.
The heat was just so intense that it forced people to shut up their hearts in order to keep from burning up.
If they wanted to keep it on the nose, Lena's picture would be turned the other way.
But Patricia was different. She greeted travelers with a warm embrace, like the real sun. I'm going to save her, even if I need to walk through a bullet to get there.
So Zach's definitely getting shot in the final cutscene. Not final, but like, he's definitely gonna get shot, right?
You said that someone inherited the Sang Rouge recipe, didn't you? Is that someone Avery Smith?
It has to be. Avery used to help Professor R do research in secret.
Is that what those sketchy explosive barrels were for at one
What?
time?
Well, that wasn't in the report.
I only realized it just now. The moment I spilled my coffee on the floor. Avery revealed that he was helping with some sort of research. But at the time, I let his confession go in one ear and out the other. Now that I look back on it, I realize it was solid proof that he was helping her produce Sang Rouge.
What makes you think that?
He had free access to the deepest parts of the cold storage warehouse.
Oh. Wait.
Meaning...
Sang Rouge needs to be produced in an extremely cold environment.
Exactly. Aaliyah Davis. You already considered this possibility, didn't you?
It's a weird detail. I appreciate that he's using her actual name more than Belle.
That's why you investigated the cold storage warehouse as soon as you got to Lucare, in order to locate where Sang Rouge was being made. Then, you came across Lisa's body by pure chance.
How did we come up with the idea that Sang Rouge has to be crafted in cold conditions? Like, how did Aaliyah come to that conclusion? I don't know.
Melvin's cheerful exterior betrayed all the darkness that lurked within him. His happy-go-lucky personality was probably just his way of coping with reality. It all makes sense. Now I understand why he kept insulting Lena.
I still don't, but alright.
The Greenvale case. It awoke me. And also stole my irreplaceable best friend from me.
It didn't really steal it. York just kind of left. Like, he was like, alright, this is it. I gotta go now.
If it weren't for that case, I might still be an FBI agent. But the case dealt such a blow to me. It shattered all those dreams.
Although he did say it kind of shattered his connection with the other world. So if York is part of that connection, then I guess that makes sense.
Aaliyah's smart. She's top class, even within the FBI. She must understand that what I'm saying makes sense. The problem is that she's too smart. The way she is now, should refuse to accept anything that can't be explained with logic.
Bad news for me, my fairy. I'm not making this mistake again. Let's talk about Greenvale.
Who do you think benefited most from the Greenvale case?
What, in general? I guess York, maybe. He got to be with Emily forever, but he didn't have to die to do it.
No one benefited.
Yeah,
from
really, yeah, actually no one really benefited. Maybe Willie.
Many lives were lost. That's all.
And even then, Willie's plan got foiled.
You really believe that?
Everyone who survived was overcome with sadness, scarred for life.
Without exception?
I bet Keith's doing alright.
Without exception.
Actually, I bet the twins are doing alright, because they don't effing care about anything.
Isn't that right, my fairy?
I feel like you're the one person who benefited from the case. You were able to add a new chapter to your stunning career and earned unshakable trust from the chief.
It did take a lot to rebuild. That time I was telling him about my Tom and Jerry theories, but yes, Greenvale did put me back on good terms with him.
That's what allows you to go on using his intel network as you please, even though you're retired.
Are you seriously suggesting that? Sickness is destroying my body. I feel like I'm on the verge of losing my mind. Yet, somehow, I'm unable to forget the cases connected to those seeds, whittling down what's left of my life, chasing them. You really think I'm doing all this for nothing but self-interest? Is that really what you're saying?
I think we know Melvin.
Melvin wasn't the Fool King.
What?
Many different characters pop up in Lena's journal, and I mistook one of them for someone else.
What are you talking about?
After Simon hit me and I fainted, I had a dream. Now I'm convinced I'm
Yeah, I was right. I'm the best and the smartest. I outsmarted even York.
the Fool King was always meant to be an outsider who suddenly arrived in Lucare. And the man she felt a need to eliminate wasn't me, but Avery. Lena realized her plan was on the verge of falling apart. She also guessed that I would be able to save Patricia from Melvin. The one worry that remained in her heart was leaving Patricia behind, and how her life would play out from that point on.
Can we just acknowledge York did not save Patty from Melvin. Melvin saved Patty from Melvin. York was really uninvolved in that actual cutscene.
Especially since she would be left behind with Avery, a large, childlike man who's beyond anyone's control. She wrote that journal entry hoping that I, the Fool King, would be capable of stopping Avery.
Well, you'd think if she really wanted you to pick up on that, she would have just used your name, but I guess not.
And she wrote it in a specific way in order to try and rouse me to action. Lena and Melvin both entrusted me with their daughter. So please, just let me go. It's my duty to protect her.
Let's talk to Poised Aaliyah.
I understand what you're trying to say, but it's too perfect. It's too perfect, just like that report of yours.
Were you just saying that everything needs to be explained by logic?
How could you come to such a detailed conclusion after spending years shut up in this room? It doesn't make sense. The only possible explanation is that you're bending the narrative in the direction you want it to go.
Why do you think I left the field for 2 years after Greenvale? That case cost me not only my best friend, but also my special talent. I never thought I'd lose something like that. But ever since then, I've been unable to solve cases using that method.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
I tried everything I could think of to regain my lost talent, but it never came back to me. That's why I quit working for the FBI. And without anywhere else to go, I simply spent my days seeking truth, searching for an answer I'd never find. So time continued to cruelly pass me by, until finally a disease started eating away at my body. I thought it was all over for me. But about half a year ago, I finally reached my conclusion. Everything started with the red seeds.
It took you 10 years to put that together?
He and I encountered these seeds long before we reached Greenvale. Under the seething, mind-melting sun of Louisiana. Then, for some reason,
That's not...
in the beginning of December, I finally regained my talent.
I really thought he was going to mention how his own mother was killed by the red seeds, but no, I guess that's not important.
And instantly, I could see the other world again. Get it? Through allowing
fact,
the
that's
cancer
what-
cells to ravage my body, I regained the power to travel to the other side.
Okay, I don't really follow why that works that way, but yeah, in fact, his connection to York and his connection to the other world is because of that. But I guess Lucare is more important.
This is the only answer, Aaliyah Davis. Truth is a surprise, born from coincidence and an unknown power.
How dare you effing use Nietzsche against me? Oh, we still got more?
Her actions shocked me the most. How could a mother ever kill her own daughter? But I know the answer now. The red tree. The red tree can take control of everything. It's what leads us into the mouth of madness.
Nice little Lovecraft drop there.
Melvin, neither York nor I were able to uncover the darkness within you.
Ooh, phrasing.
How did we miss it?
I just realized Mrs. Carpenter is
We
in the
couldn't
photo
even
right below
save
them,
you.
just bowling.
Are you and Candy finally happy now on the other side? Or are you still suffering, trapped by the bonds of the red tree?
That's depressing.
What came first? The seed or the fruit? Who cares? To me, those red seeds are the beginning and the end of it all.
So let's take it bit by bit.
She was the first perpetrator in the case. And technically, she was also the first victim. Maybe...
How is
well,
Lise
it's
not the first
impossible
victim?
to ask her now, but maybe she really did love her daughter with all her heart. And so, she was afraid. Afraid of what would happen if her daughter did end up inheriting the Clarkson estate. It was fear, or something like it. That's what let the red tree inside.
That's still no reason to kill someone. Especially not your own daughter.
I know. Of course I know that. And I'm sure that deep down, she did too. I made a promise with Melvin. He entrusted me with Patricia. All he had left.
But immediately after you solved the case, you sent her to the Clarksons and left town.
Immediately. I love, like, the image of that, of, like, they get away from the burning shed, and York goes, okay, head to the mansion, I'm gonna head out.
Isn't that right? You let go of her a long time ago. So you have no right to step back into the picture now.
That was the wrong thing to do. I was young, but now I have the chance to right my wrong.
You can't be serious. You can barely stand up.
Yeah, that's because I'm tied here.
Hey, Aaliyah.
I know, Agent Jones. I know I'm stepping over the line here. I just want to make it clear that we can't trust a word of what he says.
Let's take a look at those red seeds.
2 bizarre cases derailed your life. It must have been extremely painful. You have my deepest condolences, but that doesn't put you in the clear. You're still a suspect.
A suspect? For what?
Yeah, actually, for what?
Patricia isn't here.
The murders of Sheriff Melvin Woods and Candy Woods.
We know Patricia has been kidnapped by Avery Smith.
Their bodies were never recovered. Katrina carried them away, along with many other lives. Aside from that report you wrote, there's nothing that proves your innocence.
Hey, let's not jump to conclusions here.
Oh, I'm not. I also suspect there's a possibility that he murdered individuals connected to other cases that he's worked on. The Greenvale report bears the same inconsistencies as this one. And both cases are filled with victims whose deaths were never witnessed.
Is that true? Well, yeah, because all the main characters in Greenvale died. Yeah, it's usually Emily, George, and Thomas who are present at the site of all the deaths, and they're all dead now, so that's not great. Nick saw the one in the gallery with Diane, so I guess Nick could help us out.
Stop. Don't say another word. If you so much as mention her name.
If I mention it, then what?
I will break out of these bonds and punch you.
You will pay.
There's the twinkle.
Twinkle, my fairy. Don't look at me that way. I know how talented she is. I completely agree with you on that one. But I can't hand everything off to her just yet. Can you just let me get my way one last time?
Let's inspect.
Belle. No. Special Agent Aaliyah Davis. You're exceptionally talented, I admit it. You found Lisa's body, then discovered the red seeds all on your own. You even noticed that there was someone else in this room. You've got amazing intuition. You're a hunter with an extremely keen sense of smell. But you still can't perceive the other world the way you are now.
She does have the inspect button, so I think she can slightly access it.
That's all there is to it. Simon, look inside that trash can.
Huh? The trash can?
It's right behind you. Then you'll know for sure that I'm telling the truth.
That's definitely just to distract Simon.
We told you not to touch the sanctuary!
What is this?
I'm the one who sent Aaliyah the tip and set everything into motion. We need to talk alone. FK.
What's on that receipt? What is it, Agent Jones?
FK.
On the receipt.
Holy crap. Huh.
Contact a local agent and have them investigate Avery Smith's home. There are still agents investigating the Lucari area, right? Trust me, that's where Patricia Clarkson is.
Trust you? Where's your proof?
Ask Aaliyah Davis. Ask her about the name of the person who tipped her off.
What do you mean?
You're from Chicago, and you love pizza, right?
I think he's made that abundantly clear, yes.
Especially deep dish pizza, smothered in cheese.
What does this have to do with pizza?
You have my attention, but please explain further.
Just ask her. And ask her why she decided to take this case in the first place. Got it? Pizza will never betray you. So you need to trust it, too.
I did not expect pizza will never betray you to be arc words important to the plot.
How could you have known that I would come here with her?
I didn't. I just bet on you.
God damn it.
Hey! Tell me what's going on right now, Agent
The
Jones.
fairy definitely unlocked the cuffs.
Thank you, my fairy.
Yeah.
Car key, Simon.
Let me go.
Wait,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
Simon's all in on this?
Trust in the pizza. I'm the anonymous tipper. FK.
It's on the corner of 3rd Street. 69 Pontiac GTO.
You've got excellent taste. Lend me your gun, too.
Agent Jones!
Oh, that's... I
Don't
trust
you see what
Zach
you're doing
because
here?
he's the main
This
character,
is
but
severe
good lord,
obstruction of
this is a
justice
really
and
bad
violating
move
the
on
FBI
Simon's
code.
part.
Yeah, Aaliyah, I know, but pizza will never betray me.
Pizza?
Tell Abrahams to prepare a private jet for me at the airport.
Abraham's gonna get him a
I
private
know Robert
jet!
won't turn his back on me.
Wait, Morgan, are you serious? The chief would never lend out a private jet to a civilian like,
I have to leave you for a bit, my fairy. They'll be fine. They'll figure it all out. York, can you hear me? I'm going to go finish the job you started. That makes us even, okay? York, She really is a genius agent. She's probably going to end up being an even better agent than we were. She just needs more experience under her belt. She's still only pursuing the world she can see with her naked eye. She needs to experience more frustration.
I feel like she's been experiencing a lot of frustration talking to you, Zach.
On the other hand, Simon's much smarter than he looks. No wonder he was able to go on watching us for 4.5 years. All that struggling under the surface paid off in the end. Do you want to know why he decided to start trusting me? It's simple.
The pizza.
It's all because of the name I used to send the tip to the FBI. It's the name of that pizza parlor.
Of
The
course it
Chicago-style
was.
place with those trademarked crimson boxes.
The ones that he hates.
Franklin's Kitchen. FK. Yet again. They've got the best deep dish pizza in the area. Both Simon and I love that place. That's why I told him, pizza will never betray you. Will it, York?
That was a really cool visual effect as well of approaching the light. I wonder if he's going to get decked out in a tuxedo again. Ooh, also, there are a lot more leaves in that animation than the loading screens generally do. 5 hours later, it's raining pretty loud. We're back in Le Carré. He is decked out, but not in the outfit I expected. He just switched his jacket.
York, it's almost time. Let's finish this. I'll be there soon. Watch my back, will you? This is going to be my final battle. So I'm this far gone, huh? But unlike 14 years ago, I feel more at home in this world now.
Explore the cold storage warehouse, the final battle. On that note, I'm gonna pee. Let's get a drink of water too. This is really intense music. This is great. Alright. Yeah! Just what we needed. And we still have Mr. Alligator, I guess. I feel like we don't need coffee. We can probably... Oh man, my controller's going wacky. Don't think we need anything. Let's go and save though. And also, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna stop recording and then restart because my LPs are always cursed if the final boss is not its own recording section.